If you train, you strive, you sweat, you try, you get angry, you mentally count calories, and even then, the scale seems to hate you, then this video is for you. Relax, take a deep breath, and come with me to discover why you can't lose weight even when you're training. And get ready, because you might identify with this more than you'd like. Let's start with the most painful point. No gym can beat a microwave at 11 p.m. Everyone knows this dilemma. You arrive home from your workout all proud, endorphins at their peak. You look in the mirror and say, now it's going to work. 15 minutes later, you're heating up leftover pizza from lunch. And you don't even remember how you got there. It seems like you've been possessed by a spiritual hunger. But calm down. It's not just you. There's a whole psychology behind this. First, the brain hates to expend energy. It does everything to save you from losing weight. When you train, your brain thinks, my God, this guy is running. Burning energy, providing sugar, sending a huge hunger, and you think it's weakness. But no, it's just basic biology. Your brain wants to keep you alive, but it doesn't understand that you don't live in 1400 BC running from a tiger anymore. It thinks you're wasting energy and tries to force you to replenish everything you burned, and then some. Another important point. You underestimate how much you eat and overestimate how much you burn. It's universal, like a law of physics. You do 30 minutes on the treadmill and think you burned 850 calories. Then you get home and eat a 400-calorie cheese bread thinking it's just a little something. And the worst part, you swear you're doing everything right, but your body is mathematical. There's no point in training if the final calorie count remains positive. And there's more. There's the psychological factor that almost no one talks about. When you work out, you feel entitled. The famous thought, since I worked out, I can eat this, right? And this has more calories than your entire workout. This is called the moral licensing effect. It's the same logic as someone who spends all day working and at night says, I deserve it. Yes, you deserve it. But your liver doesn't know that. Another reason that sabotages your weight loss, you trust the scale too much. And the scale is cruel. It doesn't measure your effort, it doesn't measure your discipline, it doesn't measure your change in habits. It only measures your weight at that second, and that varies with water, food, salt, stress, sleep, even mood. There are days when you wake up feeling lighter, more energetic, leaner. Then you step on the scale and it adds 700 grams. Murder is an understatement, but it's okay, because the problem goes beyond the scale. Let's talk about invisible rituals that sabotage your weight loss. For example, you train hard but spend the rest of the day sitting, without moving, without NEAT, without steps, and that makes a huge difference. You control your lunch but overeat at breakfast and afternoon snacks. You sleep poorly, and that increases hunger, reduces satiety, disrupts hormones, and makes you irritable, which makes you eat. Your body isn't against you, but your lifestyle is, and most people try to lose weight by attacking only one point, the workout. But the workout isn't everything. It's essential, of course. But without the rest, it becomes a lost battle. Now let's do a quick honesty check here. Have you ever compensated for your workout by eating more? Have you ever said, I deserve it? Have you ever gotten angry with the scale and eaten because you were angry with the scale? Have you ever trained hard, but spent the rest of the day like a museum statue? That's okay. It's human nature, and that's why losing weight is so difficult even when you train. But there's a detail that almost no one notices. This is the golden secret. You lose weight when training plus diet plus habits plus sleep plus emotions are all aligned. It's like a football team. It's no use if only one player tries. If the rest of the team sabotages, you lose. So, how to solve it? First, stop fighting the scale. Fight your invisible habits. Second, stop thinking that training gives you the right to eat more. Training is not a passport to food. Training is an investment in your health. Third, learn to play with your brain. Does it want to sabotage you? You sabotage it back. How? By eating before you feel hungry, planning your meals, keeping healthy options nearby, sleeping well, and above all, being consistent. And finally, the most beautiful part. You don't lose weight overnight, but you lose weight habit by habit. And when you finally get into the rhythm, your mind changes. You start to see food as a tool and training as a lifestyle. And then, my friend, the game changes. Definitely. If you're trying to lose weight but feel stuck, remember, the problem isn't you. The problem is the invisible set of factors behind your routine. And the good news is that you can adjust all of that. Your body wants to change. Your brain wants to change. They just need you to lead the process. And that's what we're going to do together in the next videos. You'll understand every detail of your body, your motivation, your saboteurs, your triggers, your mind, and finally, you'll take control of the process. So stick with me, because the psychology behind training is what transforms bodies and lives. If you've made it this far, congratulations. That already shows you really want to change. Subscribe to the channel, because here we don't just talk about training. We talk about the mind behind the training. Leave a like, comment below, and if you want to accelerate your results for real, there are no miracles. It's strategy, discipline, and method.
Before I go, let me show you something. I've included some products in the description that I use and recommend for anyone who wants to lose weight and train better. Simple, practical things that really help in everyday life. No miracle promises. If you want to make your process easier, the links are below. Take a look.